Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another episode of The Gist with Josh. Thank you so much for being with me. I'm going to jump right into it. I know that we're together, we are stronger, okay? And if I am elected Prime Minister, I will bring Canada back. We will make it bigger, stronger, and better than ever before. I'm going to jump right into this message because I know 30%, I know not like 30, 40, 50% of people click off the video after 30 seconds. So give me a breath of time. We as a people, as one a spirit of people, all right, need to come together, all right? Like this left versus right thing, none of that shit matters, okay? It's stupid. We all love and we don't want our children to die, right? We all can agree on that. Is that something we can agree on? Is that like a point? Is that a common ground still? We all want to good futures for our children. We don't want to genocide our children. Is that something we can all agree upon? Maybe that can be our bedrock foundation, okay? Because right now, this whole left versus right fucking debacle, this whole dark Brandon fucking Game of Thrones nightmare that's forming in the U.S. who's completely trying to legitimize a legion of fucking wokies that are going to come out and kill us because we're MAGA left rightists or whatever the hell that's called, okay? Guys, this isn't that important. The shit we're fighting about does not matter that much. It's not serious. It's not. Who cares if you hate black people? Who cares if you're a sensitive retard that thinks that's 13 different genders? I'm happy to listen. I'll call you whatever you want. We don't if it means we don't have to go to war. All right, we should be coming together. This whole thing, this left versus right thing, is nothing but a fucking ploy by these rich motherfuckers that have been running us. These criminals that have all this money that have been running us. All right, and they're trying to make us slaves. And we can't just submit to this kind of crazy infighting between people who should be on the same team. All right, like whatever this bullshit is, just for a second, just stop and fathom the idea. What if we weren't fighting each other? What if we, all these crazy blue-haired freaks and then retards like me, what if we stopped fighting for 10 seconds? What if we got together and focused on the real enemy, these crazy rich motherfuckers that are running us, that have been screwing us into the ground for a past bit? What if we stopped focusing on the fighting of each other? Because let's be honest, the shit we're fighting about is stupid and it's annoying anyways. And who gives a fuck about what's going on in Russia? Who gives a fuck about goddamn knows? Reddit cares. All right, I'm sorry. Please don't click off. Please don't click off. I know your fucking 30-second pea brain is starting. No, sorry, I didn't mean to insult you. Now I don't lose you, okay? Here is all I'm saying is we should be not fighting. We should be focusing on the real enemy, okay? And that is these rich motherfuckers that are running us, the people that'll censor this message because it's the truth. And I know it is because you talk about this stuff on other platforms like Reddit, like these other forums, and they completely get censored. Andrew Tate, not just Andrew Tate, Sam Hyde, all the greats, all these comedians, all these truth speakers, and then they're censoring us. And we don't have to be censored. Like, I know you might not agree with the message, but guys, we need to promote each other's ability to speak. We need to promote each other's ability to have a platform and promote each other's independence. I know you think like, I don't know what you think. I really don't give a shit. It doesn't matter. Whatever else doesn't matter, because we need to come together on this shit right now, and we need to like kind of go against this weird machine that we're all getting pulled into. We're all getting marched into. We're all getting wound up like toy soldiers and getting sent into like we got big fucking winding things on our back, and we're just getting wound up. And goddamn, if this should be a commercial for Coca-Cola with coffee. Let me tell you, I'm back with the sugary drinks, okay? And I don't want to lose you. I don't want to. But if you want to resist the real rebellion, it doesn't matter if you're on the left or if you're on the right. It doesn't fucking matter. At this point, you probably feel like you're a little guy and you don't have much power. If you're 80% of people, that's how you feel, okay? And if your power is in your brother, okay? Your power is in numbers. Everyone knows that. That's fundamental shit, okay? If we came together and went against the real bullshit, okay? If we went against the real fucking nightmare that's pervading society, okay? This fucking corporate elite political nightmare that's completely pervading every facet of the world. These nightmare people that have created backdoor deals with the Biden family in Ukraine, getting rid of the prosecutor that was fucking with Biden's son, Hunter, the crack addict. If we focused on that, we could completely pull each other out of this. We could worry about the fucking gender thing after. Who cares? We're probably going to live in a simulation in 100 years anyways. We can figure it out in the simulation. I don't give a fuck. Right now, we need to come together because we should not be fighting. This is a complete bullshit message. If you're getting sucked into this as a lefty, come on. I thought your whole thing was supposed to be peace. There's no dark Brandon. Okay, I'm sorry. Like, you guys, these lefties, they love that fucking, they love their dark Brandon meme. And it's like, what do you mean dark Brandon? Dark what? Dark. There should be dark nothing. It should be light. It should be whole. It should be a good. We don't want dark leaders. We want good leaders. Like, no shit. Okay, and I'm not trying to shill here. I'm not trying to sound shilly, so sorry. I'm sorry, Dark Brandon. Dark Brandon's cool as fuck, alright? I think it's fine. Alright, Dark Brandon is gonna rise and he's gonna crush these fucking conservatives. But we shouldn't be the conservatives. We shouldn't be the ones that are getting crushed. And we shouldn't be the fucking ones crushing either. Fuck Dark Brandon. Fuck Donald Trump. Well, God damn, I can't fuck my dude. He's the one that, he's the original powder keg. But we need to forget about being used by the right and the left, because I'm telling you, these right-wing people, they're just using you just as much as anyone else. They're worse than the liberals in some sense. They want to build an authoritarian fucking hellscape for you to live in just like everybody else. So you know what? Stop listening to fucking Tim Pool, because I caught him bullshitting this week. I caught Tim Pool fucking lacking. Okay, he was bullshitting. He was going on saying that, Russia had no right to go into Ukraine because they were lashing out when America was beating them politically, so they were lashing out. It's like, okay, not so fast, Tim Pool. If a country is being defeated politically, surely if they're going to be their existential is being threatened, right? Surely it's not unlike it's the U.S. to use military means to protect it. That isn't the reason we went into the countries to find the weapons of mass destruction and all shit. But these people aren't, and then they'll point out that Cuba, like, well, Russia put missiles in Cuba, and that's a good fucking point. And what did the United States do? They reacted. They had to go into Cuba and take care of it. Well, now they're doing the same thing to Ukraine. All right, and people are just saying, oh, well, Russia has no right to go in and defend their home front. Okay, basically they're fielding their home front. You got to give these guys a break, and that's the point I made on Reddit. And I'm not gonna go any further into it than that. Okay, I'm not here to fucking talk about the fucking. I'm not. Well, yeah, I don't want to get into it much further than that, because I really don't have any other. That's my only point. Okay, and that was very inflammatory for Reddit to hear. That was like 5,000 motherfuckers sending like suicidal fucking shit to me. It's weird. This is like anyways. But we really gotta fucking not be fighting each other. We should be coming together and not being used, because that's all is. It's just this left versus right thing is just making yourselves pawns for the right rich people and the left rich people. We're not those aren't our friends. Okay, we need to be working together to help out us, the little guy, to make us rich, to uplift ourselves. Okay, to make our voices the ones that matter. Okay, not the 10% of retards that managed to fucking collect all the money because we were stupid enough to fucking give it to them. Okay, God, all this swearing's gonna get me totally not demonetized, but I'm worried about. It doesn't matter about the algorithms, I guess. Like, fuck, I'm just gonna put all my stuff on Rumble. Please check out my stuff on Rumble. If you haven't clicked off this video yet, go check out my stuff on Rumble. Upvote it, check it out, because that stuff really matters, because it's a very new platform. I'm gonna be getting stuff up on Odyssey as well, just to have everything backed up and archived. But essentially, if you want to rebel, then don't fight each other. Okay, be nice to each other and create allies and enemies. That's how you rebel. That if you want to rebel, create allies and enemies. Okay, get out the olive wreath. Come with open hand. Like, come together. Don't fucking fight. Come together. Like, come together. Come together. You know that song? Come together. Come together, come together, come together. That's the song. You got to think about that song. All right, that's a good song. Don't fight in their fucking war. Resist and fucking come together. Literally, who wants to come? Everyone wants to come together, right? All right, both the United States and Russia have a deep love through Christ. I think that they both share a common ground through a deep love through Christ. And I think that is something to know. They're both deeply respectful towards the Spirit of God. And I think that is a common bridge. The people of Russia and the people of America and the people of Canada and the people of all over the world. I think people all over the world can come together through a deep love of Christ. We can resist this corrupt, fucking crazy. We can remember our love of Christ, and none of this shit matters. We know through Christ that none of this shit matters. We know that this is all foolishness, and we're being ran through, and this is a big fucking silly game that a couple assholes are benefiting from so they can go hang out in the Maldives and jet ski like fucking retards and make stupid shows like Keeping Up with the fucking retards so they can lose their earrings and cry about it, and we can all post little memes and make pictures about it. All right, enough of that. Okay, these are totalitarian snakes. They've taken over our lives, okay? Stop listening to people. Stop listening to people, okay? Stop listening to me, okay? You can now click off this video. If you've stayed this long, you can actually leave now. The message has been delivered. Leave. Stop listening to people. That is now the message. Think for yourself. Think for yourself for once in your goddamn life and have enough. Enough, okay? Just think. Okay? Think. Stop listening to these people. Like I was listening to Tim Pool the other night, and he was peddling that bullshit. And just don't even listen. You can't even trust Tim Pool. Like I don't even think you could probably trust. Like I think Joe Rogan's a very open guy, but like think for yourself. It doesn't matter. Stop listening to other people. Just stop listening to other people. That's not your way of learning and communicating. You have to think for yourself. The most powerful tool you have at your disposal is your mind. And if you can wield it properly and you can think for yourself, you can conquer the world, okay? And that's clearly obvious. Like that's as far as we know. You go back and read the literature. Everybody knows that. Now these fucking idiots that go through Marxism in school, they want to come out and say, well, actually, you can't you can't learn everything because, no, these idiots, they forget history. They forget about the greats. They forget about the great philosophers. They forget about Shakespeare. They forget about the beauty. They forget about the treasure of life. They completely lose the message. And instead they polish an orb of hatred, and they just sit it and they hold it and they polish it and they say, oh, I hate these right-wing lunatics, these freedom lovers, these people who want to stop. That's you you're hating on. That's like, we are the one and the same, and freedom for me is freedom for you. Freedom for me is freedom for you. And you don't need to resist freedom for you. You need to come together. We need to work together. We need to resist by coming together. And maybe, I don't know, this is ridiculous. We're not going to build a community. We're not going to build outdoor communities to live in, to fucking exist in. That's going to be so weird. We're not going to do that. We're not going to go and live in, well, maybe we will though. Fuck. Imagine we're all going to live in these communities and trade and do all this nonsense to resist against the government. That's what they're saying. There's a big campaign going on here. It's supposed to be starting in the UK on September 4th. It's called the National Walkout Campaign, and everyone's going to come together, and all across the world, they're going to receive instructions on how to, like, stop participating. Dude, that sounds scary, you know? I don't know. Like, I paid rent this month. I'm doing okay, but, like, if I got to go out and, like, you know, handle business and get the colony started, like, I'm completely willing, all right? Like I said, if I'm elected Prime Minister of Canada, I will deconstruct the federal taxing system. We can remove the fucking taxes, okay? We don't have to... I digress. All right, moving on. You know what? You don't need to listen to this bullshit idiots. You don't need to listen to people like me even. Just stop listening. Think for yourself, all right? You don't need to hear like 30 different voices from 30, even these trusted spiritual woke people, whatever. You don't need to hear from them. You don't need to have some propaganda machine chew up your fucking food and spit it into your mouth. You're not some pathetic little bird sitting in its nest that's unable to fly. You're adults. You're able to think for yourselves. You were vested with a right from God to be able to lead your own life, and you have an innate freedom. And those who would deny you that freedom are not. They are going against your brother, and you have to stand in front of that, and you have to strike down that evil. All right, we have to come together to hold that line, no matter what. And you know, you can't say anything vaguely rude on YouTube without being censored. So I'm probably being censored right now. And TikTok's even worse. But who gives a fuck? Like, TikTok's literally the demon realm. It's one of the 7 layers of fucking hell. And the only reason I post anything on TikTok is because I feel like I'm Dante going into the inferno. Like, I'm like Dante going into the inferno with my clips. And, you know, I get like, it's like me going into hell to fight the demons. It's always fun. So I can't handle it though. It's like it's not good for my spirit. This spiritual warfare. Okay. So anyways, and I think it's kind of funny that I don't want to talk too much about this like Russia shit, but I think it's funny that the U.S. is insinuating that like Russia's like launching. They're the ones who are nuclear aggressors because they're at a nuclear plant. Like, how are they supplanting the idea that because they're in a nuclear plant that is somehow correlated to them like launching nukes so that they can justify launching their own nukes, which is what the United States is trying to justify. They want to launch the nukes themselves. They're fucking bloodthirsty. You saw fucking Dark Brandon. Fucking came out with the blood red lights. What the fuck? You can't just come out with dark red lights. That's so maddening. Are you insane? What is that shit? He looked like Darth Vader. He might as well have put on a fucking black cape. Joe Biden has lost his fucking mind. You need to impeach Joe Biden? No. You need to send Luke Skywalker to fucking fight that motherfucker right now. We're going to have to get ahead of this before he has a Death Star built. Like, this guy cannot be trusted. He literally is making out like 75 million people to be terrorists. Anyways, this is fucking crazy. So anyways, what I'm trying to do here, and that's the main message, is I'm trying to advocate for people's rights in a funny way. Even though it's not funny. Even though it fucking... in order to be fucking, comedy's supposed to be kind of rebellious. And in order to be rebellious, you kind of have to fucking, like, literally fight for good. Because everyone's so evil and snarky and cynical. It's like you can't... that's not even a niche you can fulfill anymore. So here I am, fucking... yeah. Completely fucking... just pouring it out. But, I had a really interesting experience. I was on Reddit. I was on Reddit this, the past couple days, and I've been getting, like, these crazy, crazy threads going. Like, fucking tens of thousands of people, like, looking at these threads. Just fucking going, having these discussions. And some of them got censored. Some of them are getting censored by Reddit themselves. And it's really interesting because you get to, like, for example, the post I made about the Canadian oligarchy, the Canadian criminal oligarchy. And I'm going to kind of get into that right now. Allow me 1 second just to pull this up very quickly. I'm sorry. You're probably clicking off as we speak. I'm sorry. The dopamine is stopping the flow to your brain. This country is ran by criminal oligarchs, all right? It's despicable, all right? That every facet in our lives is ran through by this overreaching and corrupt entity that believes its rules are above the spirit of the people themselves, all right? This is not a government of the people. Worse, these people are proven criminals, all right? We have SNC Lavalin. We have, all these uninvestigated, these issues. We have all these loose ends that just get swept under the rug, okay? Anyone with half a brain in Google, you can figure all that stuff out, okay? And when are we, essentially, what I'm wondering is, when are we going to essentially pull ourselves out from underneath this shit? Because we've been laying down and taking it, and we're getting ran through. We're getting ran through by this cartel, essentially. This, like I said, it's like an oligarchy between the different large businesses and the political oligarchies. And they're just working together now. You got the NDP and the fucking Liberals just coercing us in Parliament. They literally just take over both sides of the House. They effectively have an authoritarian government just running, and they're playing it all cool and acting all polite. But that's completely what it is. We have lost control of Parliament to these fucking vampires. All right? And that's exactly what they are. They are sucking the life out of the people, the common people like us. And we can sit around and be like, oh, well, it doesn't really matter. It's all going to be okay. It's all going to eventually, we're all going to die and it won't fucking matter anyways, right? Well, no, fuck you. I plan on living. I care about life. I believe in God. I want to fight for my fucking freedom, okay? I want my kids to have a fucking future. I want a shot, all right? I want my shot. And I don't mean a fucking vaccine, all right? And I'm not going to let some fucking pathetic liberal coup with the fucking MDP take that from us. We got to stand up. We got to come together and speak. We got to unify under one spirit and understand, and through perception. We got to unify and see one another and realize, like Tupac said, okay? And there shouldn't be any issue with that. Everyone should be able to understand that. You saw fucking Lion King. We all know about Hakuna Matata. We all know about fucking, Ohana. No one family. No one gets left behind. That kind of thing. We're all people. And you know what? At the end of the day, we don't want to go to bloody war, okay? We don't want to have to go into a bloody fucking battle to learn that fucking... We don't like, killing each other. Huh? No shit, Einstein. It's miserable. Let's not go into a situation where we're going to be fighting Dark Brand in my ass. What a fucking idiot. I'm sorry, I accidentally muted myself. But anyways... So when are we going to wake up and pull ourselves out from underneath this criminal organization that has grown like a cancer to the point where we are living inside of it, like living inside of the tumor, that is. And that's mainly what my message was for Reddit. And wow, like that was a really controversial message for Reddit to receive. Oh, wow. It was actually just removed by the moderators. That's reporting live. That was at 10,000 people viewing it. 10,000 people had viewed it. Over 770 comments. Wow. So the moderators removed the posts from feeds for a variety of reasons, including keeping communities safe, civil, and true to their purposes. So there you have it, folks. Me, that opinion was, not true to their purpose. If you ask me, that's the most relevant. This is the subreddit for Canadian personal finance Canada. So I guess the reasoning is behind that is that it's not in the correct purpose, but. If you ask me, this criminal oligarchy that is truly running every facet of business, destroying us with this taxing system, destroying generations of families with this criminal and corrupt fucking scam tax system, okay? And, yeah, I think it's completely relevant to personal finance in Canada, if you ask me. But obviously that's what I would say if you asked me. Anyways, I have other posts too that have multiple 10,000 views. So let's just see how many of them get fucking removed. If you can write well and you have the truth in you, you should really speak it, because it can really, at times like this, certainly can set off like a powder keg, and it is quite fucking fun. And if you are somebody who likes to, stir up a bit of trouble, now's the time to have some fun. Coca-Cola with coffee. So yeah, anyways, I've been censored, but it's not my first time being censored. It's not my first rodeo. Like, this is probably going to be censored off YouTube for sure. And, I'll probably get censored off fucking everything anyways. Like, that's fine. I'm just going to keep doing my thing, and that's what everybody should do. That's how everybody should be. If you got something you feel like you got to say, you shouldn't let other people run you and decide for you, and you shouldn't be waiting to hear what your favorite YouTuber has to say before you form your own opinion like a little pussy. Sorry, that's the kind of shit that gets me fucking... That's hate speech. I didn't mean to hate me. I'm not trying to be hateful. I don't hate you. I'm just saying you're being a bit of a pussy. I don't, you know what I mean? I don't know, like guys like Andrew Tate, these strong men who want to fucking come back and save society. Like, this guy's inspired me to, I started doing push-ups every day, and I'm up to the point where I can do 200 push-ups a day for a fucking joke. Like, I can just push out 200 push-ups every fucking day. This time last year, I was doing a challenge. It was 100 push-ups a day challenge, and basically I do 100 push-ups a day, and I did that for a month, and that was the challenge. But honestly, now I do 100 fucking push-ups. For that's just, I blow past that. I don't even think about that, and I've been doing it for longer than a month. I don't even consider that. So you really just, what the strategy is do push-ups, but do sets of 10. Do sets of 10 and threes. Doing sets of 10 and threes and push-ups is very good for you. Okay, and then also really be paying attention to how you're getting your protein. Okay, really, this is the bonus fucking of the show. I'm giving you these fucking miracle health advice, but honestly, eat some liver. Eat some fucking liver. Eat meat. If I honestly believe you take on the properties of the animals you eat. So if you want to become more like a fucking cow's liver, you should. Well, it's like a super vitamin food. Eat the fucking cow's liver. I'm telling you, it's good shit. All right. I can't believe They censored me at 10,000 views on that Reddit post, but whatever. You know, I had my fun while it lasted. There'll always be more fun to be had. And ultimately, you know, it seems to be the fun. Well, whatever. I don't know how fun it's going to be once these fucking dark brand and liberal Nazis come after us with the fucking pitchforks. But I think, you know, I think we all have a vested interest in coming together and forgetting all that shit. Obviously, like, remember my initial message. We shouldn't be fighting. We shouldn't be fighting each other. We should be resisting by coming together in peaceful ways. Coming together and having conversations. We are so polarized. If you want to resist and be a true rebel, then resist the left, resist the right. Create a third class of people that are willing to stand up against this fucking corruption on both sides, okay? And we can come together. We can be the bridge, okay? We can be the ones that create a future instead of a ridiculous, you know, hellscape scenario where everyone's going to be made slaves. Everyone's going to be working for Amazon and everyone's going to be genderless and fucking not allowed to say anything. Or instead you're going to live in a world where there's roving death squads, and if you are, you know, Asian, you get shot on sight, or if you're fat, they'll tag you, and 6 months later come and, you know, just walking door to door with revolvers. Like, we don't want to live in that world either, okay? We don't want authoritarianism. We don't want totalitarianism. We want to live in, like, a peaceful, like, utopian world, like something based, something dope as shit, like something artistic, something that Kanye would come up with, okay? Like, something, like, think about it, like ultralight beam shit, like heaven on earth shit. Like, we have the means, we got the power, we got the Jew, we got the people, we can pull through. Like, we just got to come together. That's the only thing holding us back, is our ability to come together. Come together. God damn, no one's gonna be coming with me, let me tell you. I need to, like, I can't get back into the sugary, like, drinks. I can't be doing this to myself. But I'm tired as shit, and I'm kind of high as shit, so I needed some energy. So, you know, this thing really gave me a pep. But you 100% need to go and speak, like, you need to go speak your truth right now. If you're listening to this and you made it this far, you need to know that you need to go out there and do it your own way. Fucking don't listen to other people. Fucking just stop listening to other people and think for yourself, and don't be a bitch. Like, just go all out. Fight yourself. Like, fight yourself. Like, I'm trying, like, to not be oxymoronic. Like, I'm telling you to not listen, but I'm telling you what to do at the same time. But you know what? I'm just another retard like anybody else, right? What do I know? And at the end of the day, what happens, it happens, and it is what it is. At the end of the day, what happens, and it is what it is. I think that it's a complete waste of energy, hatred. It's like polishing a gem, and it's a gem of hatred, and it's just, you're just sitting there and you're polishing your gem, and you think it's really nothing. You can't take it to the grave. You can't do anything with it. You can't sell it. You can't trade it. Nobody wants to see it. You should just let go. Let go of that shit. And just think for yourself and go off and be free from the judgment of your peers, of your brothers and sisters. Don't fear thy brother. Don't fear thy neighbor. Love thy neighbor, okay? Do not fear thy neighbor. Love thy neighbor. If there's anything else I can get through today, that's going to be a clip. Do not fear thy neighbor. Love thy neighbor. Stop fearing thy neighbor. We need to come together. That's clearly the most important thing right now. That's clearly, like, if this were a Marvel movie, if this were a Disney production, at this point in the movie, we would be coming together. I know you guys love Disney movies. I know you guys loved Marvel. All right, well, if this were Infinity War at this point in the movie, we'd be coming together, teaming up like Tony Stark and fucking Doctor Strange, fucking Spider-Man, fucking Thor, getting ready to fight off these fucking globalist oligarchs, these corrupt politicians on both the left and the right, on both sides of this political spectrum, these crazy elite, crazy motherfuckers like fucking that are running the hell out of this shit. Like, God knows. Who knows? Maybe Trump is the fucking the bad guy here, but we know Biden's he's got the red light. He's got the red light on like Roxanne, and we need to come together. We need to come together, and there's really no other. Love thy neighbor. There's no need to continue this infighting. Surely enough. Surely enough, we can put this all behind us and form a new path forward together so that we don't get ran over politically and economically and financially and made slaves for 1,000 years. And I think that's something we can all get behind. So I really hope, you guys enjoyed this show. It just seems to be getting more and more interesting with a lot of what's been going on, and I'm glad that I could kind of document a little and keep a log, in a sense. And I'm going to continue to do it until the FBI liberal cucks come and take me out, or the Canadian equivalent, or whatever that might be. But, yeah, no. You can find me on Instagram and everything. Well, not Instagram, sorry. I'm Josh Realgy on Rumble. Please, if you're watching this here, please go and look at my Rumble channel. I could really use the likes and whatnot in the algorithm there. I want to get up in that Rumble algorithm if that's going to be a viable option in the future, because they seem to be a good backup for my videos. And I'm also doing some stuff on Reddit. I'm Jen Pizzacki's sex slave. So, that's me. If you want to go and look at some of my Reddit shit and see what's getting censored, it's all pretty fucking... And if you're a liberal, you'll probably be infuriated, but I'm sorry. I love you, and I don't want to infuriate you. I'm just a man, okay? And I just speak my truth, and I'm not looking to be hated. I don't want to be hated. It never used to be like that, And maybe you'll find in your heart to just let go of all that shit, and we can be friends, and you can enjoy my message and, appreciate it for what it's worth. And we can just take the venom out of take the poison out of the conversation. I think everybody can get behind that. Hallelujah. 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 Yesterday was yesterday. A moment of silence. Yeah, no. Listen to some Kanye. I think everybody should just go listen to some Kanye. Forget about this broadcast. Forget about what I've said. Just go listen to some Kanye West. He's the one that'll bring us together. I think we can come together through our love in Christ and our love in Kanye. I think Kanye is going to help with this. I think he's stepping up. So keep an eye on Kanye. He's putting out some good. He's gonna be one to lead us. I think he's gonna provide. I think he's gonna be a big proponent in this new thing, maybe, where we can find a way out of this whole infighting between people, and we can kind of just field a new opportunity of forming communities. Maybe we can form new communities, like Kanye says. That guy makes cool everything. He's a great designer. I wouldn't be surprised. You lefties, you love communism, right? Designing communities, that's pretty communist. You guys can get behind that, right? I can get behind it if it's Kanye. I'll do it if it's, I'll agree to communism if it's Kanye. We can do it. I trust Kanye not to go all Jim Jones on us. You know what I mean? I really do. I have a lot of faith in Kanye West and his ability to not make us his little slaves and minions. He's all about. He's a Christian man. He loves people. He's got the Holy Spirit. He's got weapons in the spirit realm. You know, I call upon him and his energy quite often for inspiration, and I couldn't recommend him enough. And that's enough Kanye love. I think that's enough for this message. I think I've said everything I needed to say for this week. Thank you so much for watching The Gist with Josh. As always, ladies and gentlemen, it's been a pleasure. Have a beautiful weekend. Enjoy the last bits of warmth before we go into fall here if you're in Canada. And if you're going back to school, and you should know kids shouldn't listen to this. This is not a kid's show. But I don't know if you're gay ass little kid and you're going back to school. Fucking sucks to suck. Anyways, have a beautiful night, ladies and gentlemen. Take care. I'll see you in next week's episode.